Hello, my name is Rita Hollingsworth, and go with me if you will, and imagine you're sitting at the Kentucky Derby. All is quiet. The horses are loading in the gates. You hear a couple bangs. You wait, and suddenly the bell rings, the gate flies open, the horses thunder out. They run to the rail to position themselves while the loudspeaker says, "And they're off!" And this all happens within 3 seconds. But where does it all start? Well, we will rewind back to the very beginning from the horse's perspective. It all starts at birth. It starts with the bloodlines. You have a horse born from the bloodlines of other horses that have been champions or good race horses, and you breed those bloodlines to get a good foal. So then you imprint the foal, you handle the foal, and when he's 2 years old, then the training, just like any athlete, begins. You need muscle tone, so you gallop them, you swim them, some ride them in deep sand just to get the muscle tone. You got to do the leg work. Their legs are very important, and because of hitting on the track, and they can be damaged. You have to make sure that their legs are well taken care of so they don't get broke. There's the diet. You have to have supplements. You have to have protein in your feed, and you can't just give normal stock food. You have to have a ratio of the good alfalfa hay, and so the diet is a big part of the horse's training. I wasn't going to race my horse, but I was getting him ready for a county fair race, and I saw then that he had the heart and the will, and he wanted to do this. So I started training him to do it. If they have the heart, like Secretariat, they say Secretariat's heart was like 3 sizes bigger than any horse's heart, and it showed. And he has sired many, many champions. For a horse to be in a race, there are different conditions. There's the age of the horse, the sex of the horse, the distance that the horse runs at, and how many races the horses have won. If the horse has not won any races, then it is a maiden. Therefore, it stays in a maiden race until it has won one, and then it can move on to different conditions of races. Even though you enter a race does not mean you get in one. You have to have the draw a post position, and that post position tells you which gate that you will be coming out of, which brings us to where we are now. It brings us back to the racing part, which we all see. We all see them run on the track, get into where they need to be into, and wait for the finish line. As they come into that home stretch, and those whips that they're being hit with, they're little pieces of leather, which on a stick, which basically just make noise. The encouragement comes from the handwriting of the jockey. He motions his horses where to go and encourages them on. The whip just basically just encourages more with the noise and the feel. It does not hurt them. So they battle for the finish line, and as soon as they cross the finish line, that's where the photo finish is taken. That's where you get your winner. That's where you know if the horse had won, or you tear up your ticket and go home. But sometimes they win by a nose. Sometimes it's a competition for the greatest athletes ever, the horse, and they love it. The winner gets to go get his picture taken. Then he has to go to the test barn to cool out, which he pees in a cup to make sure that he's not taking anything that he shouldn't be taking. The rest of the horses, they go back to their own barns to get cooled out. They walk around, they get small sips of water so that they don't overheat. They get hosed down with cool water from the legs on up to the top. They walk around. You just keep them walking till they cool down. They get pampered. Afterwards they get stuff put on their legs to refresh them, Absorbing Junior, mud, whatever, so that they can go back to their freshly bedded stalls and rest for the work that they had just done. So basically, the next time you go see a horse race, and you think the animals are being abused for profit. No, these horses have been trained for this all their life, and if not now a legend, they will someday maybe produce a legend. So thank you for listening, and good night. God bless.